Today I'm gonna be doing the totally should've tag. So I think I got tagged into this tag like 2 years ago by Julia Lay, who used to be Next Door Fangirl. Better late than never. Let's get started. I'm gonna read off the questions on my phone. So the first question is, totally should have gotten a sequel. I don't really read that many standalones, so I don't really have an answer for this question. So moving on. Next question. Totally should have had a spin-off series. I would love to get a spin-off series of the Arcana Chronicles. This is kind of like a spin-off book, kind of. And it has all the point of views of all the different characters, and it has a little bit of backstory on the games, but I just really want more. Like, I feel like there's so much potential. Like, they could do another series of Eric's games. We could see all of his games, his backstory through his point of view. His point of view in this was amazing. I really would like being in his head. We could also get like a backstory on the games. Like, we could have a book where it just talks about how the games even got started and what caused them. Like, there's so much potential. Why isn't there a spin-off for the series? Next question. An author who totally should write more books. Robin LaFears. So I got this sampler at Y'all West and it's for her next book. So she is writing more books. I'm really excited. His Fair Assassin series is so amazing and so underrated. I don't know why nobody talks about that series because it's so good. It's about nun assassins in the medieval ages and all of them have magic and it's kind of fantasy. And each one of them has like a romance arc too. And I just love that series so much. It's one of my all-time favorite historical fiction series. And it's taken so long for Robin LaFears to write anything else. So I cannot wait for this book and I really want her to write more books. Another author I would love to see more books out of is Stephanie Perkins. I know she just came out with a horror book I don't know, last year. I hate horror, and I know it's supposed to be like a parody. I'm just not interested in that book at all. I really wish she would write more contemporaries. Like the Anne and the French Kiss series is one of my all-time favorite contemporary series. I would love for her to write more series like that one. Character who totally should have ended up with somebody else. Okay, I mean, I always talk about Phantom and how I wish Phantom and Conchine would be together. Look, I totally understand how Phantom is really abusive and he's kind of creepy and older than her. But I just feel like if he wasn't creepy and older and was stable, I feel like they would be such a cute couple because both of them love music and they could sing together. You know, do you see it? Do you see it? I would love them together. Next question, totally should have ended differently. I think everybody agrees with me when I say Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I actually met Rainbow Rowell and I asked her why she decided to end the book that way and if she always planned to end it that way. She always envisioned the book ending that way. She never actually changed the ending. I was so disappointed in the ending. I really hate open endings. I just want to know what the heck happened to the characters. That's my answer to the question. Next question, totally should have had a movie franchise. I would love to see the Illuminate series as a movie. The audiobook is already like a movie, with all the sound effects and the music and the full cast audio. Whenever I would listen to the audiobook, it felt like I was watching this awesome sci-fi movie with special effects and amazing actors, but just with my eyes closed. If somebody good was behind this and they had a really good budget to really do all the sci-fi elements, I think it would make a great movie. Totally should have had a TV show. I would love to see the Selection series as a TV show. Apparently it got picked up to be a TV show a long time ago. I think they made the pilot and everybody hated it and then the whole project just got suspended. I feel like it would make such a great TV show if they had a good budget, if good people were behind it. And I know the Selection is basically The Bachelor, but The Bachelor is so popular and makes so much money. I feel like the Selection as a TV show would also do really well and be really popular. Just think about it. It would be so much fun to watch this as a TV show. Next question, totally should have had a cover change. Okay, so I rant about these covers a lot. The Lex series! What is this crap? It's shiny and weird. What the hell, publishing companies? Why? Yes, please change the covers. They probably never will because this is already the changed covers. The publishing company just really screwed up with the series, which makes me sad because I really love this series and the covers are so ugly. Somebody who has no idea what these books are about or that they're really good, they're not gonna pick these books up because look at this crappy cover. This looks so cringy. I would never pick this book up if I didn't know how good it was. Question, totally should have kept the original cover. I think we can all agree, The Winner's Curse by Mary Witowski. This is the second cover And there was a different cover too, but it was basically like the same model. They just chose a different shot of the model and they changed this part. The new covers, they don't match the book at all. They look like they're trying to be Throne of Glass. Doesn't make sense because the girl on the cover looks like a warrior. I did read this book and I did really like it. And the whole point of the books is that she's really smart, but she doesn't really know how to fight. And her weapons are like her pretty dresses and the fact that she used to be like the high lady. She knows court etiquette and she's really smart and she's really beautiful so she can blend in. And that's just kind of like her weapons. Like she's not a warrior. She even tries to fight. There's a scene in this book where she tries to fight and she sucks at it. She's horrible at it. These covers really match that. It's her in a beautiful dress and she looks very regal. And there's also a sword here symbolizing that some sort of war or something bad going on. These covers really fit. I don't know why they had to change it. It just makes no sense whatsoever. Whoops, I was looking through the question and I realized I accidentally skipped one of them. And that is totally should have had only one point of view. I didn't even have an answer for this question either. I don't really like multiple point of views anyway, so most books with multiple point of views I don't really enjoy. Moving on. The last question is totally should have stopped at book 1. So I have 2 answers to this question. First is The Fifth Wave. I really loved The Fifth Wave. It was amazing, but I heard such terrible things about the second book and the third book in the series. So I totally agree that it should have stopped at book 1 because book 1 was great and then it got bad. And also Riders by Veronica Rossi. So I've talked about Riders a lot on my channel. It's one of my favorite books ever. I really, really love this book. I was super excited for the second book in this series. What is it called? Seeker? And it was so disappointing. Nothing happened. There's a couple of chapters where the characters were just sitting around waiting for something to happen. Like literally nothing happened. It was not that good. And it just made me really sad because Riders was so strong and amazing. And it really disappointed me how bad Seeker was. So I think this book should have stopped at book 1. It's not that big of a book. Veronica Rossi totally could have finished this book off just with like a couple, maybe 100 pages more, maybe 200 pages more. Just made this an amazing standalone. I think it would have worked really well as a standalone, maybe a bigger, thicker standalone, but still, like the second book was so unnecessary and nothing happened. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below if you agree with any of my answers or disagree. Let's discuss. My social media links are all down below. My Twitter, my Bookstagram, my Goodreads. Arrivederci!